Hey guys, what's up? This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Forever coming to you with the third part of the Dragons of Legend recap. So apparently all the other cards were released again after I did the video. I really have horrible timing with that, but at least now they can't do it again because the whole list has been revealed of all the cards. Yay. So, I mean, this is going to be the third part going over all those cards, then in another video I'll do the cards I wish had been on there. So yeah, the first card I'm going to go over is Legend of Heart. It's a normal spell card, and it reads, pay 2,000 life points and tribute 1 warrior type monster. Banish up to 3, legendary dragon spell cards with different names from your hand and or graveyard, and if you do, special summon up to 3 legendary knight monsters with different names from your hand, deck, or graveyard equal to the number of spell cards you banished. Half of that's like cut off, so I'm not sure. Let me refresh the page because my computer is a bitch. Okay, there we go. Yeah, pay 2,000 life points, attribute a warrior type monster, banish up to 3 legendary dragon spell cards with different names from your hand and or graveyard, and if you do, special summon a number of legendary knight monsters with different names from your hand, deck, and or graveyard equals to the number of spell cards you banished. You can only activate 1 Legend of Heart per turn. So, it's a decent price, paying 2,000. But, yeah, I mean, seems like it's fun, but what I didn't get initially at looking at this card is that it says 3 legendary dragon spell cards with different names from your hand in or graveyard. Right now there's only one, and that's the Eye of Timaeus, so hopefully that means they'll be printing Critias and Hermos at some point, because doing that is that would be really cool, and I'd love to see how that would go and what they would do for the fusion monster for that. So that would be really cool. So that's the Legend of Heart. I'm just going to go over all the new cards, the ones that have had their effects revealed now. That'd be really, really cool. Go back. God. I click you twice or something. Nope, you're just being a bitch, huh? Again. I hate this computer sometimes. It's good sometimes, but other times it just makes me want to, like, throw it up across the room. Anyway, hopefully this won't take for fucking ever, because it's already been 3 minutes and I've only gone over 1 card. And my computer insists on being a bitch and not loading. Okay, scrolling down, and down. Next card on that list would be, Relay Soul. So, Relay Soul is a normal trap card. And it reads, I have the pictures all in German. Of all, like, why German? Why not English? But, whatever. Special summon 1 monster from your hand. As long as you control that face-up monster, you take no damage. If that monster leaves the field, your opponent wins the duel. So, basically, that wouldn't work well for you. Like, if it's a weak monster that you summon and it leaves the field, your opponent automatically wins the duel, regardless of life points. And so I mean, you'd want to summon a strong monster. You wouldn't want to summon an Egyptian god because, for one, Cypher and Ra can't be summoned that way, and all of us would just leave the field at the end phase of the turn. So that would be fun, and so that would really suck. So you'd have to, I don't know, find a way to protect that monster as long as you could with, like, Mirror Force, Sea Prisoner, like maybe equip it with Mist Body, and I don't know, whatever else you could use to keep it from being destroyed. Oh my god, retarded computer. Okay, sorry, my TV's on and I just kind of started watching. I'm watching Supernatural. It's an all-day marathon on TNT, and that's really fun. Shit, what was the next card? The next card is Gardenia, which has already been printed, so I won't go over that one. Then there's Celestial Sword Iatos. I'm gonna go over that one. That one's pretty interesting. Yeah, next one is Celestial Sword Iatos. Seriously, all the pictures are German. You'd think they'd be either Japanese or English. Anyway, yeah, Celestial Sword Iatos. This card is always treated as a normal arms card, and so that's interesting. It says the equipped monster gains 500 attack. When this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target one Gardenia monster you control. It gains 500 attack points for each monster banished. So that's pretty cool. I mean, basically, back when macro was still a thing, that would have been a kick-ass card, because it's like, oh, it gets like 10,000 points for all the monsters that are banished. Next card. I don't know if I went over this. Oh, Battle Fusion. I think I went over Battle Fusion and Final Fusion. And then there's, the next card is Parapsychroid, because I'm pretty sure I went over the Fusion ones over there. Next one's Parapsychroid. Parapsychroid. There we go. Parapsychroid, as the name kind of suggests, it's a roid monster, so that's pretty cool. But it's specifically it says that it's a fusion monster with 1600 attack, 1200 defense, and it says it requires 2 machine type monsters with the same name. So basically, for like Cyber Dragons, I guess they could use Power Bond with this, and we use it with 2 Cyber Dragons, and you have a 3200 attack point monster that can attack directly without like any drawback to that. It can just attack directly. It doesn't say, oh, this is the only monster that can attack, but no, this is the only monster that can attack. And this anime effect was this card can attack your opponent directly, but it loses 500 attack during the end phase or something like that. So yeah. So that was pretty interesting. Card after that, Ayer's Rock Sunrise. Target 1 beast type monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target, and if you do, all monsters your opponent control lose 200 attack and defense for each beast warrior, and plant type monster in your graveyard. You can only activate 1 of these per turn. I'm not totally 100% sure. I'm just doing it off of memory because I haven't clicked the card yet. But I think that's its effect. It is really nice artwork. But yeah, target 1 beast type monster in your graveyard, special summon that target, and if you do, all monsters your opponent currently controls lose 200 attack for each beast, plant type, and winged beast type monster currently in your grave. You can only activate 1 of these per turn. So that's pretty interesting. It's like, oh, okay, I can summon a beast type monster, and then depending on how many beasts, plant, and winged type beast type monsters I have, your monster could lose all its attack points, or like none. That'd be pretty cool anyway. I guess, something I could take that. Anyway, moving on. Doble Passe is the next card. Another GX era card. Quite a few GX cards in here. Seems like they're going straight down the list. Original, and then GX, and now GX, and then that's gonna go into 5Ds, and then Zale, in that order apparently. So Doble Passe. When your opponent attacks a face-up attack position monster you control, make that attack a direct attack instead, and inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of the attack target you control. In addition, the monster you control can attack your opponent directly during your next turn. So basically, let's say they're attacking with, and this is just off the top of my head, a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Or no, let's say they're attacking a Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. Because, you know, BLS attacking, and you already know they have Honest in hand or something. So what you do to preserve your monster and your life points, you activate Doble Passe, so the attack becomes a direct attack. So you take 3,000, but they take 4,500. And during your next turn, you can attack them directly, so it's a total of 9,000. That's just an example, but yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, take a direct attack and then basically double up the damage from your monster, so it has like, you know, 4,000 or more points. You can basically win the duel. Go back. Nope, doing it to me again. Wait. Nope, it's doing it to me again. Let's go back here. Sorry this is taking so long. My computer's really fucking slow. Anyway, next card, Carbonate. I don't even know how to fuck pronounce that, but it's like Oxygeddon and Hydrogeddon except with carbon. So, its effect reads, it's a level 3 Earth type monster with 800 attack, 600 defense. Its effect reads, if this card battles a fire monster during damage calculation, this card gains 1,000 attack during damage calculation only. You can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon one level 7 or lower dragon type normal monster from your hand or deck in face up defense mode. Defense position. You can only activate the effect of Carbonate on once per turn. So, I mean, basically that works with, I guess that could work with Heretics, because then you can summon the monster back to the field. Or Red Eyes, I guess you could use it with Red Eyes. Or you could use it with, can't really use it with Blue Eyes, but you could use it with Red Eyes, or you could use it with, you know, what other level 7 dragon monster, normal dragon monsters there are, or lower, because it says lower. So you could choose any of them. You could choose anything from like ranging from 1 to 5. Don't know. Anyway, so my computer was up being a little fucking shit. Swear it's so annoying. Anyway, Mathematician, I've already gone over. Let's see if Ra's Disciple's effect is any different from what it was when it was unconfirmed. I already told you guys it's unconfirmed effect, but I'm not sure if that changed to, like, in English, like, to a different effect, I mean. Let's see, when this card is summoned, you can switch the note to 2 Ra's Disciples from your hand or deck, cannot be traded except for the tribute summon. Okay, so they made it more specific. When this card is summoned, you can special summon up to 2 Ra's Disciples from your hand or deck. Cannot be tributed except for the tribute summon of Albus the Tormentor, Slifer the Sky Dragon, or the Winged Dragon of Ra. You cannot special summon monsters except, sorry, let me reload the page because it's still loading. It's being annoying. Cut off half the text like it always freaking seems to do. Yeah, you cannot special summon monsters except with Ra's Disciple. I assume it means that turn that it's on the field. It's a level 4 fairy type monster, light attribute, 1100 attack, 600 defense. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And definitely a really cool card. So I mean, Raw's Disciple sounds pretty cool. Mound of the Bound Creator, already went over that. Shooting Star, already went over that. So can I jump down to the Blackwing Orochi the Squall card? At least in the next video, it won't require me to have to use my fucking computer again. Because holy crap, is this thing annoying me. Yeah, okay, so Blackwing Orochi the Squall. And sorry for just leaving the camera on my computer. It's just, I'm using my phone, so there's not much else I can do. Anyway, yeah, it's a level 1 Dark Wing Beast Tuner, 400 attack, 600 defense. If you control a Blackwing monster, except for this one, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can only special summon one Blackwing Orochi the Squall this way. God damn it. I really had to rush through these effects, don't I? This way, once per turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard as synchro material monster, you can target one monster on the field, change its battle position. So, that's pretty cool. It's a tuner that you can special summon, and then you can change the battle position. So it's kind of like... sorry, blanked out again. Still watching Supernatural. It's a really good show. Blackwing Hurricane the Tornado. I don't think I've gone over that one yet. Went over its anime effect, but not its current, its actual effect. Hurricane the Tornado. Jeez, it's like, it's a Blackwing on steroids. I mean, I'm gonna show you the picture of it real quick. It's a fucking Blackwing on steroids. I mean, look at that shit. Damn Blackwing on steroids, jeez. It's a level 1 Wing Beast Tuner, Dark Attribute, 0 attack and defense. Its effect reads once per turn, target one synchro monster on the field. This card's attack becomes the same as that target's current attack until the end of this turn. So, I mean, it's not just a synchro monster on your field, it could be one on the opponent's field. It could, technically, if you were able to pull it off, you could waste Quasar's effect with this card. Or, because I mean, you'd have a 4,000 meter equivalent to it, and then you also have Kalute, so you could run over his monster and, you know, kind of mess things up a bit. So, yeah. So it's really, really good. Well, for Blackwings at least. Because it's a level 1 tuner, so it kind of gives them more in terms of what they can do to synchro summon. I think I already went over Black Sonic. Yeah, I already went over Black Sonic. Next card I'm going to go over is Blackwing Revenge. Blackwing Revenge. Blackwing Revenge. Blackwing Revenge. If a Wing Beast type monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, special summon 2 Blackwing Black Crest tokens. Wing Beast type, Dark, level 2, attack 0, defense 800. So basically, if a Wing Beast type monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent off to the grave, you can summon 2 level 2 tokens to your side of the field that you can use with for a synchro summon the next turn, or to protect your life points if necessary. So that's pretty cool. Definitely opens up with, you know, some quick synchro summoning and all that. Next card I'm going to talk about, and I'm almost done here, I hope. Assault Dog. Hey, Assault Dog. Yeah, seemed like an interesting card. I remember this from 5Ds. I think it was, Trudge, or Ushio, whichever one you want to go with. His English effect states, when this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon any number of assault dogs from your deck. So basically, it just helps you summon more of them, and that's all it does. So that's pretty cool, but, granted it doesn't do much, and that's probably why it's a super rare instead of a secret rare, but, it's probably one of those collector cards that you could use in like a patrol deck if you wanted to make one. Next card, Gate Blocker. This card is interesting. It's a level 4 rock with 100 attack, 2000 defense. And its effect reads, negate the effects of your opponent's field spell cards. Your opponent cannot place counters on cards on the field. Your opponent cannot target other monsters you control for card effects. So, basically, they can't target any other monster for any other card you have for a card effect. You can negate their field spell, which works well against Black Rose, Garden, or whatever else you want to go up against. Like, I'm trying to think of what other decks really use a field spell. Kneel before Todd. Maybe it's supposed to be Zod. Anyway, yeah, it could work multitude of decks, whichever decks really use a field spell. I guess it could work against E-Heroes because it would negate their Fusion Gate, but they could just replace it. Or for 6 amps that use the field spell, but that wouldn't. Oh yeah, it would. So yeah, and it's a 2000 defense point monster, so that's pretty interesting. Let's go back. My phone's being stupid. Well, not my phone, sorry, my computer's being stupid. Wow, 22 minutes already. Yay. Damn it, computer. Supposed to be done with this a while ago. Anyhow, what other cards do I have to go over? Let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope only, I really hope there's only like 6 more cards I gotta go over. Okay, so I'll just get through these and the video will be done. And then you can expect another video later today, hopefully, if I don't forget to do one. Anyway, so next card, Lionhearted Locomotive, another one of the Anna Kaboom's cards. So it's a level 4 machine with 2400 attack, 2100 defense, and when this card declares an attack, its attack becomes half its original attack until the end of the damage step. So basically, if you attack with it, it becomes 2100. It becomes a 1200 attack monster. So that's not that good. You probably want to use it more for overlaying. But what you could do is you could, I don't know, attack with it and use Limiter removal or something. Limiter removal would work. Just double it back to 24, but that's a waste of limiter removal unless you have more monsters out to do something with. So basically, you wouldn't want to do anything with it. Anyway, moving on to, because I already went over Express Train Trolley Ollie. Moving on to Construction Train Signal Red. I think these are all the promotion cards for the new Zelda video game that came out back in December, early December. Yeah, Train Signal Red. It's a level 3 Earth attribute machine with 1000 attack and 1300 defense. And its effect reads, when your opponent's monster declares an attack, you can special summon this card from your hand, and if you do, this monster becomes the attack target, and you proceed to damage calculation. This card cannot be destroyed by battle. So basically what you could do is, when this monster declares an attack, you can special summon this card in defense mode, and it can't be destroyed by battle. So it's like, okay, can't really stop that now. So it's a good diversion. And I guess in a sense, if you wanted to run this in Monarchs, you could use it as tribute fodder. So that would be pretty cool. Anyway, next card, Train Connection. I'm gonna get like 2 cards after this, 2 or 3. Train Connection. It is an equipped spell card. Equip only to an Earth Machine type monster by banishing 2 level 10 or higher Machine type monsters from your graveyard. It cannot be equipped by other ways. Huh. Its attack becomes double its original attack. Also, if it attacks a defense position monster, inflict. Damn it. Ah, shit. Inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent, and I assume other monsters you control cannot attack. Is what I assume it does, because I can't. Yeah, other monsters you control cannot attack. So basically, you have to banish 2 level 10 or higher machine type monsters, and you can only equip it to an Earth Machine type monster. So that's just kind of downside there, because you have to banish 2 level 10 or higher machine type monsters. And its attack becomes double its original attack. Also, if it attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. But other monsters you control cannot attack. So it's like, that's good, but the drawback for activating it in itself is just too much. So it's not as good as it could be. If you removed that, then this card would be totally fucking broken. And the anime was only 2 level 8 or higher, so they kind of made that even more difficult to use. Next card is number 73, Abyss Splash. Yeah, next card is number 73, Abyss Splash. It is a super rare in the pack, which is kind of a down step from the ultra rare it was in the Japanese. It reads 2 level 5 water monsters once per turn during either player's turn. Detach an Xyz material from this card. Double this card's attack until your opponent's end phase, but any damage they take from battles involving this is cut in half the rest of the turn. So it's good, but you know, at most, if you're going to attack directly, you'd only be able to do 2400. Already went over Rank Up Magic Quick Chaos. So we'll just go over the last card that just came out today. Lilybot, the card. Because for those of you who watched the anime, know that there was a Lilybot in the show. Fuck, I did not click the picture of the card. Go away. So before the video times out on me, it's a level 4 machine attribute, machine monster with its light attribute, 500 attack, 2000 defense. When it's normal summoned or flips face up, you can target one orbital 7 monster in your grave. Special summon the target and face up defense. Once per turn, you contribute any number of machine type monsters. Special summon the same number of photon and or galaxy monsters from your hand. So more galaxy support, that's pretty cool. It wasn't a card, just like Orbital 7 wasn't, but more photon and galaxy support that no one's really going to use because they don't see the point. So, I mean, it looks good, but people aren't going to use it. It's more like just a card that you could have. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. Sorry this video was really long, but my computer's really slow and I can't really help that because I tried cleaning the hard drive but it won't do anything. Anyway, if you like the video, smack that like button because the like button's a bitch. And subscribe, and I will see you guys later.